Welcome to Lindeman Outdoors. Join Buckshot and Iceman Lindeman as they celebrate God's beautiful creation through fishing, hunting, and outdoor adventures. It's time to fill the freezer and enjoy the great outdoors the way it was meant to be.
Jacob,
How's it going?
what's happening?
Oh, just watching your hate comments roll in.
Which hate comments?
Have you not seen?
About the golf?
Oh my gosh, Dad, you're blowing up.
I knew it would.
And people hate you. Should we read them? Should we respond to the hate comments right now?
Sure.
Live on the podcast?
Well, first of all, people lighten up. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
I do golf as well. It's just, we say stupid stuff to be funny, but at the same time, I do feel that, golf is a lady sport. But
Yeah.
anyway.
I'll read these So first now, this morning we've gotten 2,000 views on yours. So we're at 3,813 on your.
Damn.
This is Instagram. Okay. So, obviously, this is his Instagram. Someone said, good, shrink the game. I guess shrink the game of golf. No one wants people golfing with them.
Right.
Someone said, I don't think you do much of anything with the ladies looking like that.
Damn.
The next person.
Wrong again, son.
Someone said, grown-ass man doing grown man shit. Rock on, rock on. So,
Well,
that's a positive one.
That's a positive.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Now we'll go to TikTok. TikTok's a little spicy. We have podcast equipment should be more expensive, which I don't know if people know. I'm in like a lot of money, thousands in studio that I know.
Haters gonna hate.
And of course, that TikTok is from when I'm recording in my bedroom closet.
Yep.
Not at my fancy studio, brought to you by Layton Media, Grand Forks.
But anyway.
Anyways, someone said, I golf and have a boat. Well, sir, you are special.
You are special.
I liked your comment. Someone says, I have a pontoon and I golf. Well, you're just killing it then. Good job on your pontoon.
Yeah, way to kill it.
Someone said, he doesn't do anything with the ladies. Well, I'll take this one for you. I'm alive. So, he did something.
Oh, if they only knew, Jacob.
Someone said, with the ladies, dude couldn't walk 2 holes without passing out.
Oh, see, that's where they're wrong because, I'm deceptive. I can walk all day.
You're like the bumblebee. No one believes they can fly.
Yep, that's a fact.
Someone said he couldn't even pick up a ball.
I love it.
The next person says, by the way, I heart all these comments because I think they're good.
Yeah, we love them.
And someone says, boats are for people who can't fit in a golf cart.
Oh, harsh.
That's harsh. And then the last one says, come on, guys. This grown man comment with his little lisp is adorable.
Oh.
Oh, that one's nice. I hearted that one.
Yeah, we heart that as well.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah, luckily for them, it's nice that we can get a hold of everybody.
I love the engagement. I appreciate it, everyone.
I do.
Please
I love the
comment more.
engagement.
Let's see what you got.
Please do. I mean,
Yeah,
bring on the hate comments, and anybody that wants to challenge my physical fitness, I will gladly meet you anywhere, and we can wrestle, and we'll see how that'll go for you. Don't let the camera fool you. You're gonna get beat down. So, anyway,
I just love those. I think they're fun.
They're the best.
People message me. They're like, do you see all the hate comments you're getting? That's awful. I'm like, I love it. Please give me more.
Hates
They're honestly
reviews.
a little weak.
Yeah, they are. They're a lot weak, actually.
I thought when people were saying hate comments, I was like, oh, let's go read these. These gotta be good.
Yep.
They were a little light in my opinion.
Yeah, I would have responded back to, first of all, to all the ones that mentioned anything about the ladies. Yeah, go ask your mom. She probably knows me. Number one. Number two, you we would run you through circles in any woods, swamp, whatever you want to talk. 18 holes of golf is nothing for physical fitness. That's nothing. Could walk that in our sleep, And also, we give 0 Fs, just so you know. I sleep really well at night, not giving. This is the whole problem with this country.
Yeah.
Is, nobody just does their own thing. They're all worried about everybody else. I mean, so what if I don't like golf? Big deal. But that upsets you that you have to go comment on the internet of, no, golf is the best. You're fat. Okay, thank you.
Sorry,
You know what?
I didn't know that.
You know why I'm fat? Because your mom keeps feeding me cookies. That's why I'm fat there, people. When I leave her house, she packs me a sandwich. So that's how it goes. And also, I'm it's just hilarious. Because the best part about this, Jacob, is that the people that know us, there's no way that anybody would ever stand in front of us and say anything like that.
Keyboard trolls.
Well, when you're 6'4" and 300 pounds, people aren't going to step up to you and be like, "Nuh-uh, you're dumb." Okay. It's funny to me.
And, and the people who are commenting, I have a boat and I play golf. That's great. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I do that as well.
Go live your best life, man.
Yeah, and every time I'm playing golf, I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. Actually, golf is a waste of land. They should plow up every golf course. I mean, we want to give them some hate fuel? Here you go. We should plow up every golf course and plant it into CRP and raise more ducks and pheasants. That can be your new response to the people for me, Jacob. Eat my shorts, plow up your worthless piece of golf course, plant it into CRP, use those water holes to raise ducks and geese, and open it up to public hunting. That's what we should do with golf courses. So anyway, gas can to your fire.
The best part is the next one I just posted is about athleticism, and when you shoot a turkey, you can jump up from main position and sprint,
It's
so
right.
We'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, but that is awesome. I love that it is blowing up on all social media. We're here to, our podcast, if people listen to it because they hate it, that is great. Yeah. I want you to listen to it, make fun of how, that I have a lisp sometimes, how I talk, that we're rednecks or whatever. That is great. And if it entertains you, what's that?
You play enough football, get hit in the head enough.
Yeah, it's a fact. They just don't understand.
The lisp is the least of your worries.
It is. It's No, it's awesome. Like I said, we want people to be entertained. If they're entertained by, not liking what we say, that is great.
It's fine.
That is great. I'm just happy that it's getting out there to the people.
Yeah, I'm happy our voices are being heard. And
right, we want people to know.
It's okay.
This is for entertainment. And then, I'm sorry that you had to cry yourself to sleep at night because this guy doesn't like golf. Golf's the best. Anyway.
Until the hockey one drops.
Yeah.
Do you want to go after anyone else in the world?
No, yes. We just haven't thought of who we're going to go after next. But
anyways,
what we should do is we'll challenge these commenters to a triathlon where we golf 9 holes, we go shoot around a trap, and then you have a fishing tournament. The Redneck Triathlon. I think they're going to have a hard time beating us.
Yeah. It might beat me in the first 9. I'm not very good at golf.
No, it's because we have a boat and we're not little girls. And we catch walleyes.
I don't know what it is. I can't figure out how to drive a golf ball.
Oh, it's a piece of cake.
It's a simple thing once you figure it out, and there's people that are professionals and stuff. But for me, I don't know. I can use an iron or a wedge like you've never seen before.
Yeah. The thing is, if we wanted to be good at golf, 3 weeks max, we'd be crushing it at golf. It's all
Anyways,
about consistency and practice, and then also you got to get your clubs fitted to your, that's the trouble we have. You know, you can't see on the keyboard, but we're tall, or on the computer we're tall. We have long arms. So you got to get golf clubs that are longer than average. They don't make. See, this is back to my thing about how real men don't golf, because they don't even make clubs for real men. They just make them for all you 5'8" little whiners out there. But the worst part is that they misinterpreted the thing. It's like you're golfing with. I'm not. I never said I was with the ladies, because you are all ladies golfing. Even the men are ladies.
yeah.
I'm not out there golfing with you. You're, but
If anything, they said that. You
I
said
don't.
that the golfers are out with the ladies golfing, and you're in a
Right.
boat by yourself.
Exactly. Listen to the deal. Try to have an educational response.
I
It's
love
terrible. And I don't believe that men should compete in women's sports. That's just my own personal
it though.
opinion.
I'm against that.
Yep, I am too. So let women be women and be awesome. Anyway,
Let's get back to the outdoors, shall we? This
get
is
back
the
to
Women
the
Outdoors
outdoors.
podcast you're listening to,
That's
or
right.
watching, or hating on, or commenting on.
Yep,
Anyways, you went turkey hunting. Let's
I
talk
did.
about that. How'd that go?
it went bad.
Yeah.
It went bad. I don't, I should have had the greatest opening day of turkey season ever known to man, because I had turkeys gobbling all around me. I started calling. I had a turkey come running into my decoys. He got a little, they weren't quite aggressive yet, just because it's a little early in the spring. He didn't like my Jake decoy. This Jake decoy I have is like a semi-aggressive quarter strut Jake.
Last year I was using that decoy on my turkey. Go out and video up here now that I know how to do it. They just didn't like it. For some, it's like too scary for them. But then you leave a hen out there, or even like I've seen the full strut work more aggressive, more better. Sorry, it's like more.
Yeah, I don't know
It
if
worked
this.
better than it did the Jake decoy. I don't know.
Yeah, like this. They got to make that decision of whether they want to fight or not. I think is what
Yeah.
it comes down to. Like they come in there and they like seeing this aggressive posture of this decoy, and they're like, I don't really want to fight. You'll get a Tom that if he's dominant, he's going to come in there and he's going to kick the crap out of it. But if he's not, if he's like a 2-year-old, or he doesn't really sure if he wants to fight or not. Especially when it's a new bird he hasn't seen.
Yeah.
So he was trying to bug out. I drew back, put my pin on him. He's probably about 22 yards. I made what I thought was. I hit exactly where I wanted to. I thought. I just must have hit him just a touch forward. He might have been quartering a little bit or whatever, but I just missed the vitals on him, and then he ran over to the neighbor's property, which is like tall pine trees and grass underneath, so really hard to find. I went and called the neighbor, got permission to go look. I looked for 2 hours for that bird. Went, did a grid search of a few hundred yards in an area, couldn't find it. Went and hunted there in a couple more days, just hoping that he'd come back out. I could maybe get another shot at him. But I think that turkey's going to live. Or unfortunately,
birds.
right.
It's happened before. The
Yeah.
one I shot, and same thing, hit too far forward.
Yeah,
We saw it the next day.
yeah. It, he should heal up and be okay. But that sucks at the same time. You don't ever want to wound something, and unfortunately, it's a part of hunting, and it, it's just how it goes. But so I was really bummed out about that, because my buddy ended up shooting a turkey that morning. We took a kid out hunting. He shot a turkey. They were just going. I had opportunities to shoot more turkeys after that, but of course I didn't want to, because, I wounded that one, and I didn't want to.
Well, also, you missed, and we'll insert the video that you sent me. You have a bearded hen on camera.
Yep. Had a
Not just
bearded.
like a little beard. Like,
She had a rope on her.
yeah, that's pretty rare to see one that long. I
Yep.
mean, they're not like extremely rare, but they're pretty darn rare.
They're rare. And then I wasn't sure. Like I had an opportunity. I could have shot that hen.
Yeah, but
I didn't know if it was legal in Minnesota or not. Because South Dakota, it's not legal. South Dakota, it has to be a male turkey. In Minnesota, it just has to be a bearded turkey. Has to have a 3-inch beard. So when you go to register, there's actually bearded hen, Jake, or Tom. So it is legal to shoot in
yep,
Minnesota.
I pulled it up here. Now that
Yeah.
I'm fancy, I have my little extra computer to look stuff
Yeah.
up.
So
The
it
big
is.
limit for the spring hunt is one wild turkey with a visible beard. The beard
Yep.
is a feathered appendage protruding from the breast that is generally found only on males, but can be
Yep.
found on females in a rare occurrence. Minnesota DNR.
Exactly. South Dakota, not legal.
No. Check your
Minnesota,
state
it is.
rules. It's very important.
It is, and so I was sitting there, and I was like, well, I don't know if this is legal or not. So I just took some video of it. You'll be able. Are you going to put the video in, Jacob?
Yeah,
That I
but
sent
like
you.
right there.
Yeah. So people that are watching can see this bearded hen, and then as you can see, I have 2 more gobblers just to the right of her going off. I called those in. I called in. I kid you not, 18 Jakes. There was 2 big groups of Jakes. Turkey hunting is gonna be great there next year. We have a good
Yep.
winter. It's gonna be insane. So that was good to see. Saw a lot of hens. Saw a lot of birds. Seen some mature gobblers. I just should have had one. Should have had one within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So that kind of concluded my Minnesota hunt. And
But
now
also they were pretty flocked up also.
they're extremely flocked up. They're in
Yeah.
big groups, and that makes them tough to hunt. So I was so then I come back to South Dakota, and I was doing some scouting. 2 spots that I knew had turkeys. I went and checked out on the weekend, and of course there was people hunting in those spots. Then I went and located some more. I got probably 4 or 5 different flocks located. I got an archery spot for us to hunt turkeys that I got permission on last night. Private
Nice.
land, locked up. So
Scout
Mm.
Iceman for the win.
that's right. And then I found 2 more groups that I got to go talk to the landowners about their private land. But, I think we can get on there too.
Yeah.
So there's lots.
No, I'm excited. No, it's I've been itching. Haven't been able to get out yet. I've had responsibilities, jobs, families.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be able to. We need more people to hate on this podcast so much that we can just hunt full time and podcast full time. So
Right. If we
please
could
hate
get
us
3,
more.
if we get 3 million haters, so then
I'll post a video every week of hunting. I'll be out in the woods.
we need 3 million haters, so then YouTube can just pay us to make content that you all hate,
Yeah, be perfect.
and then we'll run with it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I love spring. It's a great time of year. The fishing's starting to pick up. Temperatures are getting a little warmer. There's people catching fish.
Yeah.
They said the walleyes spawned here last Friday. They think was the peak of the spawn. So now, according to the Game and Fish friends of mine, and now here, then they said about about 2 weeks, it's going to be snapping. So,
Sweet. I
yep.
have yet to, the South Dakota fishing on the side of a highway catching walleyes that you guys do down there. I have yet to do that.
We got lots of spots for that.
That'll be an experience. We'll take a video of that. We got the GoPros and yeah.
We'll be out in the boat shortly as well. But I got next weekend, I'm going out western South Dakota.
This coming
First-
weekend or the weekend after?
The weekend after.
Nice.
So,
Bring your GoPro.
yep. That I will do. I got 4 tags for West River, so I'm excited.
Yeah, well, hopefully he can make a good video for you. I will not be there, so solo cam.
That's right.
That is a brand, isn't it? Yeah, solo cam thing. You get GoPros. Actually, if
GoPros.
any, action cam, Insta360, DJI, GoPro, if you want to sponsor us, just hit us up.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll use whatever camera you want.
As long as it works good.
Yeah.
That's one
See,
thing
I think we should comment on that is when it comes to videoing, obviously, I'm a little more, my job title is a creative content specialist with Latent Media Grand Forks. Hit me up if you want to record a podcast or do cool stuff. Anyways.
videos.
So, yeah, videos, whatever. I have a little more, let's say, cinematography aspect. My dad's more like, the camera better be recording because I'm going to kill this thing when it comes through.
Yeah, I'm just turning stuff on and hope it catches it because I'm letting it.
I think we should have to. I think we're gonna. I'll save up a little bit and we'll get you one of those 360 cameras. You just turn it on and it'll get every angle possible.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes.
You're called the Iceman for a reason because you're just a stone cold killer. And if it gets on camera, it does. And if it doesn't, oops.
Yeah. That's a fact.
I'm really excited for turkey hunting this year.
Yeah, you gotta get out here.
I know. After this weekend, I'm home free till my wedding, so.
Yep. We also got to.
Whatever I want.
No, that'll be good. You should figure. Well, that Mother's Day weekend is the 10th and 11th. You should figure on turkey hunting down here then.
Yeah, maybe I can transport. That'd be good to celebrate. That'd be good for the mothers.
Yep. But it'll be on at that time. Fishing's going to be snapping.
Yep.
There's just so much to do in the outdoors. Even golf for you people out there. Your golf courses are going to be opening up soon.
Yep.
Even though I'd like to see them turned into CRP. For those of you that don't know what CRP is, it's where they plant the tall grass for the animals to live in. Conservation Reserve Program is what it's called. Yeah. Incredible waste of good land a golf course is. We could dig them all up and just make them into lakes too, so people could fish more.
Well, I like, I think there needs to be more CRP. There's a lot of lakes.
Yeah. There needs to be more CRP. I love our farmers and all, but
A lot of trees.
I hate when they tear out the tree rows to farm more ground. That's just a bad bingo.
I mean, you probably won't
don't
find
like it.
more bigger farm supporters, but it's also a double-edged sword.
It is. You guys, you gotta. Those trees were put in there for soil conservation. We can't go backwards on that.
Yeah.
So, but
So I have a fun little segment that I want to do here, where we ask AI, that's a big topic in the world, a question about hunting and see what it says. So I have one for today. I say, since people are wanting to hate, I figured we better give some more fuel for the fire. What are some common hunting misconceptions? I was on the radio the other day, and we had some people text in that they just hate hunters and trappers, and they're not good for the environment.
oh, really? Why do they hate them, and how are we not good for the environment?
Yeah, and then I responded live. I was like, well, there are some hunters that give people a bad name, sure, but at myself, I practice a lot, so I give the most ethical and fastest kill possible, and also, we don't let anything go to waste. We eat all the meat.
Yeah,
when it comes to trapping, we keep the furs, and we try and either keep them ourselves or sell them or trade them in, and then hunting, we eat so much wild game. It's almost a problem.
I love the people that I don't like hunters. Then they're sitting there eating their bacon cheeseburger
Or McDonald's, that's
Yeah,
horse and rat meat.
we don't know that. We didn't
I
say
don't
that.
like McDonald's. I'll say that now.
No, it's kangaroo meat if it's anything.
Oh yeah, Culver's. If we're talking fast food burgers, Culver's is the superior fast food chain
But
when it comes to burgers.
anyway, let's back up here.
Anyways,
The So here's the thing. I mean, I had somebody say to me, "Oh yeah, well you just kill animals for fun." Literally, why they were eating a ham and cheese omelet. I'm like, uh, you're telling me that when you just killed the pig to have your omelet here?
and a baby chicken.
Yeah, yeah. Where do you, you know, animals were put here, for us
In the
to
bottle.
manage, and it's part of our survival. It's the circle of life. It's
Yep.
these people that they're out of sync with who they truly are and what nature actually is, and what. That's why they're so messed up.
Yep.
These people are messed up because they don't, they're lying to themselves about who they are and what it takes to live. We need food to live. Think about each day, everybody. I mean, okay, there's people out there that are, if you're a hardcore vegetarian and you just eat vegetables because you don't believe in killing animals, I can respect that. But don't let me see you eat a cheeseburger, or you better not break down and eat a piece of beef jerky, or
Yep.
or eat any eggs or eat any fish.
Yep.
No, no, you're eating broccoli every day. That's and then you can say, "Hey, I don't agree with that." Yep, I respect you because you're doing what you say. But
I
these
do like
people that are
broccoli.
wearing leather shoes, they're eating burgers. That's okay if somebody else kills their animal for them,
Yep.
does the dirty work for them, and they can live in their little make believe world inside their little snow globe where everything is just great and meat just magically appears in the grocery store. No,
No.
you, and in fact, and we've talked about this before, that animals that go to the slaughterhouse to get processed, and butchered and made into meat, their death is much worse than the ones we
No.
give them in bow hunting or in nature as well too. Like if you don't hunt deer, the deer are going to overpopulate, and then people are like, okay, we'll throw that argument out. But let's just say, what is that deer's, that deer, what is his demise going to be? He only has a few options in nature: He-
Disease,
disease,
predators,
predators,
or deforestation, or
starvation.
or over
Yeah, or he gets so
overpopulation.
old he doesn't have any teeth that he can't eat food, that he starves to death, and
Yeah.
takes him weeks to die.
Or sometimes they kill each other. We've
Or
seen
they kill each other
bucks
all the
get
time.
tangled up and they
We
just die.
or I mean, I found a dead buck that was gored by another buck.
Yep.
They will fight to the death to who gets to carry on their genes and and breed the does. The other thing too is we, when, and I've talked about this before, when you shoot a deer with a broadhead, it's razor sharp. It flies through. You shoot them right through the lungs. It instantly severs all their arteries. Their blood pressure
Yep.
drops. They pass out.
Well,
They're unconscious in seconds, and they never know what hit them.
this is the story of when I learned this lesson because I was raised this way and I was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, of course, makes sense. But this is the time I truly learned that bow hunting is more ethical than rifle hunting, in my opinion. I was bow hunting. A nice big doe came in all by herself. I had a doe tag. I shot this doe like literally perfect double lung with a muzzy, just right through. It was stuck in the dirt behind her, and the doe raised her head, looked around, like, what happened? Went and tipped over, stone cold. Literally, and the blood just, you know,
Yep.
pouring out both sides, and it just perfect double lung. Didn't even know what happened.
Yep.
Didn't
They're
even know
down
she
in
was shot.
seconds. Usually we watch them just tip over, and
Yeah, and they just pass out, and they're dead before they even know
they
it.
don't make any sound. They just
No,
get wobbly, and it's just like they're drunk and they pass out.
yep. Go to sleep, and
And
it's
usually
done.
with a rifle too, like
Yeah,
we've if you know what you're doing and you're using the right caliber and you put the shot where it belongs, that deer gets hit and they're instantly dead. It's
yeah.
lights out. They don't
And
feel
most of the time,
anything.
they drop.
Yeah, they're instantly dead.
Yeah.
Now, there's times where they'll run a little bit because they don't, same type of deal. They gotta.
Well, you'll see that with like in the rut. I feel like, and with
Yeah, they
bucks,
don't
and
even know they've been hit.
they're
Is what
so
it is.
steroid up. They just heard a loud noise and they just start running, and
Yeah,
they
or they
go.
felt it hit them and it spooked them, and they take off, and then they just tip over.
But it's steps, and they're done.
Yeah, it's not like it is by far the most humane, best. That's the best death a deer can hope for.
Yeah.
Because what people don't know is that coyotes and timber wolves and mountain lions will eat that deer alive. They'll just start ripping off hindquarters and start chewing on the deer, or they'll suffocate him until he dies. And a lot of times he's not dead, and they're eating that deer alive.
Yep.
Disease is terrible.
Well,
I can't tell you how many wounded deer I've seen in the ditch hit by a car that I've had to go dispatch.
yep. Well, we've even seen it where in northern Minnesota we had a problem. There was kind of got a little too overpopulated, and a bunch of, was it blue tongue or what? And they had to go shoot them with helicopters. What was that?
That was bovine tuberculosis.
Yeah.
They had
So,
TB.
The DNR had to hire a bunch of sharpshooters, go up in helicopters, and dispatch of like hundreds and hundreds of deer.
Yeah. So so these people are like, well, I hate hunting. It's like, oh, really? Why do you hate hunting? Because you feel that, well, you're hurting animals, but like I said, usually they're hypocrites and they're eating cheeseburgers and chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
They're fine with eating chicken nuggets all day.
Yep.
Why went to Chipotle? There was no animals harmed. What did you get? I got the beef, bacon, chicken, rice bowl. Okay. But yeah. Anyway,
Here's what AI says. It gave me 7 points. I'm pretty impressed. Number 1, hunting is always about killing for sport. Reality: many hunters hunt primarily for food, conservation, and tradition. Ethical
Right.
hunters use nearly every part of the animal and follow regulated seasons to support population control and habitat health. You can't argue with that.
and all of our money goes to the Pittman-Robertson Act.
Yep.
Is 20% of all hunting equipment goes back to conservation. Hunters are conservation.
Yep. That's even like buying outdoorsman goods
Yep.
at stores and
Right there.
you know.
Hunting is conservation.
Number 2, hunting harms wildlife populations. Hunting is actually a wildlife management tool. Regulated hunting
That's a
helps
fact.
maintain healthy populations of animals, preventing overpopulation, disease, and starvation. In the U.S., most conservation funding comes from hunters through license fees and excise taxes, like on firearms and ammo via the Pittman-Robertson Act. Ding. 3, hunters don't care about nature. Reality: many hunters are passionate conservationists. They support reforestation, habitat restoration, and invasive species control often more actively than non-hunters. Ding.
Chat GPT gets it.
Yeah. I mean, all hunting is dangerous and reckless. Reality: modern hunting involves strict safety training, regulations, and ethical standards. Incidents are statistically rare compared to other outdoor activities like hunting or boating. I grew up, my dad put me through, which I think everyone should, and I'm going to put my kids through it. I first started out with trapper safety. Trapping, you got a little certificate and got a little badge. It was pretty cool. I learned all about trapping and all about the safety regulations and the license and all of the seasons, everything. Then I took firearm safety, which I wasn't, and then I took hunter safety. I took all three, and I even took a snowmobile class, and I took a snowmobile and ATV course. I took, then through school I took another one. But I took all those courses, and they train your kid, all the safety regulations and everything, and yeah. So hunting is not dangerous at all.
No, and it can be if you're not responsible.
Yeah.
We
idiots are going to be idiots.
Yeah, and we weed those out pretty fast. It's, there's, and a lot of it's just ignorance. I mean, you get people that they've lived in a city their whole life. They're in the concrete jungle. They don't know how the world. They think because they live in a city that they know how the world actually works, and
No.
they do not.
No.
They don't know where their food comes from. They don't understand that there's a, you know, to get that milk in your fridge, there's a farmer that's feeding cattle every day and milking every day and trucking, and they don't know what it takes to get the food, from the
Yeah.
field to the table.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I hunt too is because it's better meat than you can actually buy in a store because it's less fat. There's no chemicals in it. There's no steroids, there's no antibiotics, there's nothing in there. It's just pure, you know,
It's good for you.
it's good for you. And one thing too, like I've been traveling a lot lately, and I just had a birthday, and I was telling people that, hey, it's my, they're like, oh, it's your birthday. I'm like, yep, I'm 50 years old. They're like, what? You're not 50? I'm like, yeah, I'm 50. They're like, I thought you were like 35. I'm like, no, I'm 50.
Nope.
But I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? I eat clean, you know. Uh, yes, I'm a little overweight, but that's because I can't say no to a cookie. That's just how it is, you know.
Yeah.
But but the same thing, my
You'd be surprised how far this man can walk.
I'll
It's
destroy
weird.
people in the
It's
woods.
weird. It's
I'm like a
so.
diesel. I'm like a
It doesn't
diesel.
make sense.
No, I
He
will
just.
walk you to death.
Yeah. He
I
gets
don't quit.
in like a low gear and just can go forever.
That's what it's about. But at the same time, could I be in better shape? Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
trying.
I'm
I'm trying to
working on
get. It's a struggle. When you're a big dude, you really got to watch it because it's so easy to put weight on.
it. Mm-hmm.
You got to watch your food intake, and you got to
Yeah.
watch your calories, and you know, and for me, it's just a lot of it is I think I have a slower metabolism because I'm large. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
I'm never going to be skinny either. Just like we're big bone dudes. We're big Viking people.
Yeah.
We're not going to be little ripped.
Bunch of linemen.
And honestly, all I care about is that I can hike to wherever I want to hike. I can drag out a deer if I need to. I can load them up into the truck by myself. I can carry all my gear. I could also put somebody on my back and haul their ass out if I needed to. That's why I work out. I don't give a rat's hind end if someone thinks that, oh, you got a belly on you. I don't like how you look. I don't care what you say. That belly helps hold my spine in place so I can haul out 200 pounds on my back. So you can,
Yeah.
you worry about yourself there, kids.
Well, let's move on to number 5. Hunting is easy with modern technology. Reality. Even with
No.
gear like scopes and shell cameras, hunting still requires a deep knowledge of animal behavior, tracking, patience, and sometimes days or weeks of unsuccessful trips. Any true
Fact.
hunter has been there 1,000 times.
Yeah, I'm in a slump right now too. I just,
I'm in a slump last year for deer hunting. I mean, I did get my 2 deer, but like
you broke your slump.
I broke it. But it was before that. It was oof. It was a couple of years of I didn't get one with a bow for.
Yeah,
It was a while. Had to wait till rifle season every time.
I got a
Last year
little.
was good. Okay, so number 6. Trophy hunting means wasting the animal. Reality. Ethical trophy hunters usually still harvest the meat. The term often just means they keep a rack or pelt as a memento, not that they wasted the rest.
That's a fact.
You know? And that gets me to like, people are like, well, people going to Africa. I'm like, no. When you go to Africa and you go on these hunts, you are with a guide the whole time. You can't just go there by yourself and kill whatever animal. They go, okay, there's this old bull or whatever, or wildebeest or whatever. There's usually one that's like not either one, too old, 2, it's either being mean or harmful to their animals in its pack or area, or two, it's a dangerous animal to the villagers around or itself. And they go, okay, look, there's this big one. We're going to go kill this giant jaguar. It's been eating people. Cool.
Yep.
Number 7, hunting is bad for the environment. Reality. When done legally and ethically, hunting helps preserve ecosystems by balancing predator/prey relationships and funding land conservation. You cannot argue with ChatGPT.
He knows.
I even said, all I put in the little thing, I said, what are some hunting misconceptions? And I didn't even ask for it to give me solutions and answers to these things. So, there you go, folks. All you haters out there, go climb a tree and, I don't know, live a better life.
May your golf balls always be out of bounds. May every elevator you step into smell like fart. May your coffee always be cold.
But anyways,
To the haters. To
God
those,
bless the haters.
to the people that love us, we love you. Thank you for your support.
Yep.
We have a lot of fun doing this. Like I said, it's for entertainment. We can educate you a little bit along the way. I mean, I would love to hear from somebody that, hey, I listened to your podcast and it helped me kill my turkey, or it helped me get a deer, or it, inspired me to get outdoors and go do stuff. To me, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun to do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we love the haters too.
Yeah. God bless you.
Bring it on. I can't wait to think of stuff to get you guys all riled up again. Now that I know.
Yeah. Well,
It's on.
we'll see you in the comic section, everyone. Have a good day. Go out there, fill the freezer. God bless you. Peace out.